Hey guys, welcome. Welcome back to another episode of the Silent Flautist tutorial series. I am Vivek aka the Silent Flautist. In the previous two episodes, we learnt about the concept of seasonal ragas. We learnt about the ragas pertaining to the spring season, which we call as the Basant or the Bahar Ritu. We also learnt in the previous episode about the Grishma Ritu, which is the summer season. Before we proceed to the next season, which is the Varsha Ritu, let us explore the legend of Tansen. The word Tansen is basically a combination of two words, Tan, which is roughly translated to phrases in music, and Sen, which means king or warrior. This was a title bestowed on him by Raja Vikramjit Singh of Gwalior. He was a phenomenal vocalist and a genius of composer. Tansen was born in the Gaur Brahmin family in the late 15th century. At the tender age of 6, he showed a lot of prowess in music and was suggested to learn under the tutelage of a Vaishnava saint called Swami Haridas. Swami Haridas was an incredible poet and an even more incredible musician. After learning under Swami Haridas, he then joined the stellar Gwalior court of Raja Man Singh. It was here where he earned his title of Tansen, which was given to him by Raja Vikramjit Singh. Tansen gained mastery on the style of Dhrupad singing. There are several schools of thoughts or gharanas that are attributed to Tansen's Dhrupad style of singing. I'll definitely do a complete video explaining the Dhrupad style of music, but for now, let's go on with this beautiful story. And very soon, his musical prowess reached the ears of Emperor Akbar. By then, he was working with Raja Ramchandra Singh, who was the king of Rewa, who was also very learned in music. They used to create music together and enjoy the process of learning music together. Tansen, who was already in his late 50s or early 60s by this time, was then invited into Akbar's court, and he was given the title of one of the Navaratna or the 9 gems of Akbar's court. There are several stories and legends associated with Tansen, but in today's video we are going to explore the story of the creation of Rag Miyan Ki Malhar. Once he was called to the court of Emperor Akbar, the Jahanpana, and he was asked to sing the Deepak Raga. The Deepak Raga is a very difficult and a powerful raga that is said to heat up the surroundings as well as increase and elevate the body temperature of the vocalist. The notes of the raga are heavy with even more emphasis on the serious notes. Tansen stood perplexed, looking at the emperor, unable to refuse the emperor's request. He asked for time, around a week's time, to prepare for the performance. The emperor was curious and agreed to this request as he eagerly and patiently waited for the day to come. Tansen, a master in music, realized what impact singing the Deepak Raga in his style could have. So he wasn't practicing the Deepak Raga, he was practicing a completely different raga. He was lost in practice of this raga and preparing himself for the fateful performance. The Deepak Raga, if sung in full force, was said to even burn the singer to ashes. The evening of the performance arrived. Tansen muttered up his courage and proceeded towards the court, where he was greeted by the townsfolk and nobles alike in absolute silence. Tansen calmingly takes his seat and starts performing a raga that is familiar to him. The sun had long set, and the enthusiasm of the people was resolute. The emperor said, "Please proceed to the raga of the day. All of us are eager to watch you sing this incredible rag Deepak." Tansen was silent for a bit. He then replied, "Jahanpana, please ensure that all the lamps are turned off. The air is going to get pretty hot in some time. If these precautions are not taken, the entire palace may catch fire. As instructed, all lamps were turned off. Pitch darkness and pin drop silence, something that would generally instill fear in one's heart. But as soon as Tansen started singing, people felt the warmth of the early morning sun. His powerful rendition of each note kept turning up the heat, and with every phrase he sang, people started feeling the pinch of the increasing temperature. Tansen was visibly uncomfortable now, his whole body drenched in sweat. The phrases were becoming faster and faster, making the atmosphere even more unstable. Slowly, from the reminiscent smoke from the flames of one of the lamps that were turned off, one lamp suddenly goes on again. Tansen had his eyes closed, totally oblivious to what just happened. People were visibly feeling the heat as the emperor removed his jacket to get more comfortable. All lamps start going on, and all lamps in the darbar were now lit. Tansen kept going till he had to stop. The heat in his body was killing him. The acidity, the boiling fluids in his body wouldn't let him go further. The murmuring in the court stopped as the great Tansen ran outside to grab a pot full of water. He empties the entire pot, but his body didn't seem to calm down. That is when he requests the emperor, "Please allow my daughter to sing, or else I am dead today." Saraswati came running to her father's rescue as she started with Rag Mia Ki Malhar, Tansen's creation that he was preparing for the last 1 week. Just minutes into the rendition, and the people of the darbar could sense the petrichor, and subsequently the rains came pouring down as Tansen also joined his daughter in this rendition, which had calmed and soothed his body in an instant. Thus was born Rag Mia Ki Malhar, one of the most iconic ragas that will forever be remembered as the raga that brought down rains. The next episode will cover the family of ragas which are exclusively for the Varsha Ritu. This legend of Tansen will definitely serve as a precursor to the video. If you like the content that I create, I request you to consider supporting me through memberships on Patreon. Patrons get exclusive benefits like the transcript to this video, some exclusive downloads, some more videos, and some more compositions, a monthly Google Meet session, and so much more. Or else, consider making me a one-time contribution through any of these methods mentioned here. I am there on PayPal too. Link is there in the description. Or else, just like this video and share it with someone who is learning the music. Don't forget to comment so that I can reply to it and engage with you in a conversation. Make sure you click on the subscribe icon and click on the bell icon so that you get notifications. For every time you learn something new, it'll give me a lot of pleasure. Thank you, and the Silent Flautist signing off for the day. See you next week with a new video.